Someone's feeling a little frustrated, but what's the reason why? Stick around and find out. Yes, I'm back, guys. I'm back with today's musical message. And as I said, yeah, there seems to be a bit of frustration in the air. But what's causing the frustration? We'll find out in a minute. Yeah, today's musical message was another one that popped on the radio the other day, and it stood out to me, and not just because it's a good song and I like the band, but you can usually tell the difference when something's sort of drawing you in or sticking out to you. So yeah, I think I'd go with that one for today. So today's musical message, today's song is "Don't Bring Me Down" by the Electric Light Orchestra, otherwise known as ELO. And as I said before, I'm a big ELO fan because I grew up listening to them. So mum was always playing them for me all the time. But yeah, I digress as usual. But yeah, I think there might be a mix of collectives with this song because I think with this one, I think there's a mix. There's going to be a mix of people where it's people frustrated by a partner being a pain in the arse, basically, or something along those lines. But then I think with others, it could be, well, more of a being frustrated, but where there's not really a need to be frustrated, if you get what I mean. So I think for some of you, with another group of you, it could be that you're projecting some stuff like onto your partners, things like that. So yeah, I'll go through everything that comes through anyway. But I think definitely message for some of you is that you're feeling a little frustrated with the person that you're with. So this could be partners, like boyfriend, girlfriend, partners, or it could be like husbands or wives. But yeah, the song goes on. The song basically is about this dude having a bit of a rant because they're a bit pissed off because their missus keeps fucking off and going out and enjoying herself and partying with like her friends, but it sounds as if they don't really like the friends or the people that they're hanging out with, because they're like their fancy friends. And I think this person feels like these people that they hang out with are maybe a bit of a bad influence, or trying to turn their partner into someone they're not, or change the partner in some way. So if I guess the message for some of you could be that yeah, you're not happy with the way things are going. Perhaps you feel like you're not spending enough time with your partner, or maybe for some of you, your partner's taking the piss a bit, and they are not really taking your feelings into consideration, maybe. I mean, for others, it could be that maybe you're just growing apart naturally, and it does happen. Like some people get with people and they think, oh, we're going to be together forever, But then naturally people grow and evolve and want better things for themselves. So I think for some of you, you need to ask yourself why you're feeling frustrated with your partner. Could it just be that this person's trying to better themselves or do better for themselves? Maybe they're networking with people, or they're after better jobs, or maybe they've recently found a better job and perhaps they have to socialise with these people because it's part of their job or something like that. Yeah, for some of you, I think you need to ask yourselves why you're pissed off and frustrated, because if this person is only doing that sort of stuff to better themselves, then perhaps you need to stress less about them and focus more on yourself, because it sounds as if you're not happy because they're leveling up and you feel like you're being left behind, when in fact, if you really wanted to, then you could choose to level up with them or grow with them and better yourself. So maybe it's just you don't want to evolve or move forward, and that's why you're feeling frustrated, because you know that ultimately, eventually, things are probably going to come to an end. And stuff like that happens, it happens. But you can't be pissed off at someone who is doing things to help them grow and be the best version of themselves. So yeah, that's the message for some of you. But for others, it could be that this partner is just basically, well, being a bit of a bitch. I know it sounds harsh, but take it as it resonates as well. For some of you, it could be a bloke being frustrated with the missus, but switch gender roles if you need to. But in the case of the song, it's a bloke being pissed off at his missus. So yeah, some of you could have a partner who is taking the piss basically, and they might be wanting to put on, again, the urge to say like someone's trying to put on like a show. It's like they want people to think that their lives are a bit more extravagant than it actually is. So it could be someone might be living a bit of a lie and trying to trying to fit in, trying to change to fit in somewhere where perhaps they don't really belong, or to try and show off, or something along those lines. I mean, for some of you, you could have a bit of a gold digger on your hands, and they're just going out, spending your cash and having fun with their friends, and then just leaving you sort of in the house, bored shitless. And just spending all your money while you're working all the time, or something along those lines. So yeah, is there anything else in with that song? I mean, there's talk about snakes in the grass and stuff like that as well. So maybe some of you could be dealing with someone who's a bit of a snake, and no one really likes a snake, do they? Because, I mean, a snake can shed its skin, but it's still a snake at the end of the day. So if you've got someone who's been a bit of a snake and they say like they're trying to change, or they say that, oh, I've changed, but you know, a snake very rarely changes. So if there's someone who you couldn't trust before, then there's probably a high chance that you still can't trust them. So yeah, just be wary. I think that's pretty much it with that song. Nothing else is really sort of sticking out at the moment. But as usual, I wasn't sure what deck to go with. So I got out the Angel Tarot and the Psycards. I don't know if I'm going to use both, but you know me. There's probably a high chance I am going to use both. But we'll see what comes out with the Angel Tarot first, and see if anything wants to come out with that. And then depending what comes out with that, I might pull a side card as well. Oh, that one. I'm going to go with that one. Try not to knock the deck over. So the card that came out is the Eight of Fire. Ooh. And this one says, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, and many things happening at once. So where does that fit in with Don't Bring Me Down? So could it just be for some of you that you're not really frustrated with your actual partners? It could just be that there's been that many different changes, maybe, all at once, that you're just feeling a little, well, just a little overwhelmed, and you might not like change on the best of days, and it could just be that you need a bit of time to adjust to how things are going, maybe. Or if you've been waiting, delays are over. Could it be that some of you could be a bit jealous of your partners? Because maybe everything's sort of been happening in their life, and they're out mingling and socialising and mixing with people, networking or something like that, and maybe they've got a better job and everything seems to sort of be going well for them. Could it be that some of you feeling perhaps a little jealous because stuff's not happening for you right now? Or perhaps you've been hoping that the same sort of things are going to happen to you. Or maybe you thought you were going to get like a promotion, or you went for a different job and that fell through, or there's been a bit of a delay on a promotion or something like that, and then that's why you've been feeling frustrated. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then it says like the delays are over, so perhaps things are going to be happening for you soon. So the frustration might be going away soon, and there's as many things happening at once. So perhaps for you it is going to be a bit of full steam ahead soon, and all the things that you've been trying to make happen or manifest into your life are all going to be coming. Boom, 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 boom. One after the other. And maybe it's going to be a bit of a surprise. So that's not too bad. We'll keep that one then. What are we on? Oh, I've got time to pick one of these as well. So let's see if there's anything else to add, or if nothing made much sense with that card. Oh, No, they're stuck together. So, oh, that one's trying to slip out the back. We've got the Union card that popped out the back. So perhaps someone's planning something behind your back, but not like in a negative way. Perhaps someone's trying to do something in secret, and then that's why they're off out all the time. Perhaps they're talking to their friends or colleagues or other people that they know, spending time with them, because there's something going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. But then, with the events moving at a fast pace and many things happening all at once, perhaps you're going to be made aware of this soon. And for some of you who aren't married, perhaps there might be a bit of a surprise coming. I hope I haven't spoiled it. Sorry if I have. But yeah, for some of you, it could be that there's some sort of surprise coming. Doesn't necessarily have to mean any rings on any fingers or anything, but it's more the coming together into union. So maybe if you've been feeling a little left out or left in the dark, maybe if you, now I'm going to say it because it was trying to come to, but for some of you, maybe it's just a lack of communication that's causing the frustration. Because I find sometimes, it's okay being frustrated with someone, but if you're not telling this person that you're frustrated and why you're frustrated and this, that and the other, then how's this other person going to know? Do you know what I mean? So I think some of you need to communicate your feelings and emotions with your partner, and then you might find that you might come together more, and then they might start spending a bit more time with you and not pissing out with their friends and pissing off with their friends and stuff like that. Does that fit in any other way? I think I'm going to leave that with that. So yeah, I hope I haven't spoiled anything. But if I have, sorry. I didn't mean to. It wasn't me, it was the cards. It wasn't me, it was the cards. Don't shoot the messenger. The cards wanted you to know. And I'm sticking with that. It's not my fault. But yeah, I hope those help, guys. And as always, take what resonates. And if none of that made sense, then perhaps the next message will be for you. But even if you take a little something from what's been said, then it's not wasted. It's not a wasted message. So not everything is going to be for everyone. But I hope it helped. And as I say, if it didn't make much sense, then maybe the next one will be for you. So take care, guys.